Coming off a good open weekend for us. Last week we had an opportunity to, heal up a little bit, rest our legs, and we turned them loose for the weekend and got back in here and had a strong practice today and getting ready for a great ULM team. An opportunity to go down there and play against those guys with I think one of the most explosive offenses in our conference, without a doubt. They do a great job. The quarterback's phenomenal, and we got our work cut out for us. I mean, we certainly do. We got to prepare hard and keep our minds straight and just move forward. But we're looking forward to a great competition down there.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Stan Autry with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Please go ahead, Stan.
Hey, good afternoon, Shawn.
How are you?
Off week.
Yeah, it was a great one.
I was going to ask you about Aubrey Payne and the impact that having a big tight end who can catch the ball has had on the offense this year.
Yeah, Aubrey, along with Roger Carter as well, have done a great job both in our run game and in our throw game, just being in the, opportunistic times. I know Aubrey down in the red zone has really benefited. I think he's got 6 touchdown catches right now, just one being over, I think, of 20 yards. So everything else has been right there, inside the 10-yard line. Does a phenomenal job with his hands. He works at it, can catch the ball real well. And like I said, he also does a really fine job in our run game, backside cutoffs, down blocks, whatever we ask him to do. We're really fortunate to have him here. He transferred in from Western Carolina and walked on for us and has just really propelled this year under Coach Stepp, who does a marvelous job coaching our tight ends.
Does having someone like him or Roger, how does that help Dan Ellington as he executes the offense?
I mean, I just think, the tight ends and your play-action passing, especially down there in the red zone, can be real beneficial for us. I know in the run game, having those guys to protect the edges right there to seal an edge has done a phenomenal job for Dan running the football as well as throwing the football. But just, anytime you can have that tight end that can do both, that, gives you the personnel grouping that you can go out there and play fast with. You don't have to change a man and out. That just gives us a great opportunity. It certainly helps Dan. It certainly helps us in what we want to do offensively, not having to sub these guys in and out for different packages.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good trip this weekend.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Stan. Our next questions come from Brady Weiler with Thursday Night. Please go ahead, Brady.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hey, how you doing, Brady?
Great.
That's good to hear.
So after a couple of the wins this year, namely Arkansas State and Troy, you've talked about the importance of kind of getting one back on the teams that have had your number. And the kind of opposite is true coming into this game because both years you've been here, you've beaten ULM. Especially off an off week, do you have to prepare guys for a team that might be giving you their best shot, wanting to get some back like you had earlier in the year against those teams?
I don't know I don't think I ever said we had to get one back from Arkansas State and Troy. I just think, you have to go and you have to play well against those opponents to garner the respect from them. And, we understand this league and where we are and what we're trying to accomplish. We're playing each and every week to play our very, very best, no matter what the opponent is, and just continue to do the things to be successful. Certainly you have to talk about ULM, what they can do offensively. The overtime loss to Florida State. You go about the same preparation and the type of things that we typically do. I don't think you have to do anything special. We just got to really control what we can control, and that's our mindset and our football team.
And leading ULM on offense is their quarterback, Caleb Evans, is a dual threat guy, much like Dan is. They're different quarterbacks, but does the defense, whenever there's 1-versus-1, seeing Dan give any kind of advantage you might be able to get in practice at being able to replicate what Evans is going to do on Saturday?
Well, one of the things I think we do, which is beneficial for us, we always have a a one-on-one segment with our offense and our defense. So, you know, we're similar offensively. We're certainly not exactly alike. I think the quarterbacks both have good ability to run the football and then throw the football as well. We run a lot of inside zone and stuff like that. I think it benefits us to have kind of the offenses that are similar, but you know, ultimately it comes down to blocking and tackling and assignment football. So we've got to go out there and just shore those things up to be successful against anyone we're going to face.